I'm Darren Fink. I'm one of the co-founders of Transfiguring Adoption. I just wanted to thank everyone for the overwhelming response that we got to our Best Foster Parent in the U.S. award. It's been awesome to see everyone voting, supporting caregivers, and nominating people for this award. The reason that Transfiguring Adoption put together this award was not only just to honor those that we feel are exuding the qualities that are found in the best foster parents, but we also wanted to honor Hannah Eimers' life, which this award is named after. The Transfiguring Adoption staff and volunteers met Hannah multiple times at conventions that we attended, and everyone agreed that she was a very young person who had big passions and a big heart for foster children, for orphans, for those that needed to be adopted. And it was with great sadness that we were contacted at a point to learn that this 17-year-old passionate, bright, intelligent young woman had passed away in an automobile accident. I was fortunate enough to speak with Hannah's father at a local coffee shop, and I would love for you to hear Hannah's heart and get a deeper understanding of what this award is all about.
My name's Steve Eimers. My wife and I, we have 10 children. 6 of them are adopted. Our oldest, Hannah, this National Foster Parent of the Year Award is named after my daughter Hannah. She's our oldest biological child. Hannah has always played a significant role in our orphan advocacy. When she was 8, we were going to adopt 3 children from Ukraine, and she was a very, very strong advocate for that. She raised money, she dressed up, she was a cosplayer when we lost her, but she dressed up as a magician and did a magic show and raised funds to help pay the redemptive costs of her brother's adoptions. And so at that point, in 2008, we had 6 children. We had another baby, a biological child, which gave us 7. And then in 2013, I believe, a young boy from Campbell County out of the opioid epidemic just came over and started visiting, and it became clear that he either needed to stay or couldn't come back. We couldn't continue to dangle what he needed in front of him and then pull it away. So we asked his great-grandmother if we could talk to him about adoption. The thing was, he had a younger sister. So we went to Hannah. She had finally gotten her own bedroom. We told her, if we do this, there's a little girl and she's going to need a room. And Hannah said, without hesitation, she gave up her status of having her own room so that a little girl from the mountains of East Tennessee could have a mom and dad too. About a year ago, it's July 2016, Hannah came to us. Hannah had graduated school at 15 and had started at Pellissippi, and she had a young friend who had gotten pregnant. So we went out and we got her prenatal vitamins and talked to her about neural tube development and got her what to expect when you're expecting, made sure she got into a crisis pregnancy center and signed up for WIC and TennCare, and just tried to empower this young couple to raise this baby. A few weeks in, Hannah came back to us and said, can you talk to him about adoption? We said, okay. Well, we sat down with this young couple, talked to them about the different types of adoption. In late October, Hannah came to us and said, you've got to talk to them, and you have to offer to adopt the baby. And I was like, no, we've done enough. And the next day, this young couple called us up, and the father was adamant. He wanted us to adopt the baby. And finally, I turned to the mother, who had not really, she visited in our home quite a bit, but we'd never really had any real deep conversations. And she said, because of the way Hannah's treated me, the way your family's treated me, the way you raise your children in your faith, I want you to adopt my baby. And at that point, we were forced to say, do we really believe what we say we believe about life, about the orphan? So we said we'd do it, but boy, I struggled with that whole week. And it was the 31st. Hannah had gone to a costume party, and it was about 10 o'clock. We were headed home, and I looked at Melissa and said, none of this makes sense, but I'm at peace with it. I think that this is the right move for us. I think we need to do it. And Melissa, my wife, reminded me, well, we already agreed to it. And I said, well, I think we need to do it and be happy about it. That feeling of peace lasted about 8 hours. And at 6 a.m. that morning, Hannah was gone. So we paused. To put our daughter to rest. We lost our daughter, but that didn't change the fact that this little boy still needed a family. It didn't change that he had inherent value and that his sister had advocated for his life and adoption, and that we had started this, and we decided then we can do it. With Hannah's loss, it hurts. But Nick has brought a lot of joy into that grief, and I'm so thankful for Hannah's advocacy for her brothers, for our second adoption, and most of all, I guess, this last one. I wouldn't have written the story this way, but we are blessed. Success begins and ends in caring for the orphan. That is the metric of success. And I guess I would challenge people, if we can do this in the midst of the valley of the shadow of death, you can do it too.
The Hannah Eimers Award is an annual award, and we couldn't be happier with all of the support and participation that we saw this year. Again, I just want to take this time to congratulate all of those who were nominated, our finalists, and of course our winners, who are an example to all of us of how we can impact and change the world by helping children, guiding them through their trauma, and just giving others hope. I'm Darren Fink with Transfiguring Adoption. I hope we're helping to nurture and grow your foster or adoptive family.